Well, good evening, everybody. From up here at Greenwood tonight, the Trojans have traveled up here to play another Wildcat ball club. Last ball game, it was the Halifax Wildcats. Tonight, it's the Greenwood Wildcats here at Greenwood in the finale of the Tri-Valley League for 04-05. And the ball club comes in here on a losing streak, but have played much, much better the last couple of ball games, and I look for a good game here tonight. It was senior night here at the ballpark, and they have one senior on this team and one junior and the rest sophomores. So the team kind of like UDA, who will be without one of the seniors tonight. One of their three seniors tonight will be missing, and that will be Mark Mace. He is in Florida taking care of business for after graduation, and so the Trojans will go with without Mark coming off the bench generally, sometimes as the sixth player and sometimes a starter. So we'll find out who's taking his place tonight. I'm not really sure, but we'll be right back with the opening thing here in just a moment. Trojans have been introduced, and now the Wildcats are being introduced here. It'll be number 12, Schwartzlander, introduced first out here, then a Burns, who they always have a Burns up here. They're either a guy or a gal up here on the basketball teams. You see, Burns have been around here forever. And we have number 22, Sagal. Young Sagal lady plays basketball here for the Wildcats. And we have Tyler Ritzman. They're known as Ty, I guess, Ty Ritzman. And then finally, it'll be Johnson, the big guy out there, number 44. So we'll have the national anthem, and then we'll be back with the opening tip-off of tonight's finale for the TVL League here. We'll be right back. Nice rendition of the national anthem sung by this young lady here tonight at Greenwood. And so we'll be back now as the teams huddle up to get their final instructions prior to going out on the floor. We do have the names, of course, up here for the Wildcats, and we'll try to pick them up as we go along. Otherwise, the Trojans sending out basically their patented starting five now. Laudenschlager, Miller, Gunderman, Oxidine, and Foltz. So let's see if we can get a good ball game out of these guys. I have a stop for Chinese based on the victory of this ball game. I told Zach Laudenschlager here before the game started. I said, "No, Zach, if we win tonight, we're stopping for Chinese on the way home." We being my wife and my friend, not the team. And anyway, Zach assured me I have it coming, so we'll see. Ball's tipped back here, controlled to the Trojans. Oxidine will control it and spin up left court here. And that's where the Trojans will see if we can get some buckets or some balls to go down that bucket. Here's Foltz with it. Foltz swings it all the way across the court over there for Laudenschlager. Laudenschlager's first attempt is no good. Rebound underneath there comes down to Johnson. He'll fire it back up court. And down come the 32 for two. That's Ty Ritzman for two. Big drive that time by Ritzman. There's a ball tipped, but it'll be picked up. And let's see, it goes out of bounds, and it'll be UD ball. Trojans will inbound the basketball. Miller inbounding it here for Oxidine. Foltz with it. Schuyler looking over here for Laudenschlager. Into the corner comes here for Oxidine. Ox taking it right inside. Got a little bit of room. Put a shot up a little bit short, perhaps. And back with it comes that number 25 Burns. Over in the wing it goes. Back out in front for Burns. He's their point guard. 22 over there is Sagal. 32 is Ritzman. 22 Sagal has it. Back there for Ritzman. Ooh, he threw it away. Burns checking up court and threw it behind him. So Trojans with a chance here to tie up the ball game. As Oxidine will bring it up court for UDA. Coming here for Laudenschlager. Here's Gunderman. Gunderman with a nice pass underneath. Supposed to be a push up in there by Laudenschlager, but ball knocked out of there by a couple of Wildcats. And Oxidine will inbound. For Laudenschlager, back out front here, Miller. Blake taking it in, looking for two. It is good. The bucket counts, and he'll go to the line shooting one to get three. Bucket's good, and Blake will shoot one. Burns picks up the personal foul, and we'll see if Blake Miller can put one in here and get 3 out of this. If he does, he'll give the Trojans a lead by 1. Shots up, no good, so we're tied. 2-2, back up court they come. This is that Ritzman. Now he bounces it inside. Johnson for 2. Good. It's 4-2. Greenwood. This is Miller. Miller bouncing. We nearly stole it out there. They'll dump it on the baseline here for a shot from Oxidine. No good. Rebounded in there to, is it Tillman? No, Ritzman rather. Ritzman puts it on the baseline. Over on the farther side. Shot from over there. No good. Rebound comes out here. Johnson controls it back outside here. And this is Sagel for Ritzman. Their wing over here, Schwartzlander. Inside they'll go to Johnson. He pushes it over on the left wing. And nothing doing over there, so they'll have to bring it back. Ritzman pushing it over here. Now inside it goes to Johnson. Johnson had it stripped out of his hands nicely, but then he picked it back up. Ox had it for a second there. Here's Ritzman with a shot, no good. Put back by number 22, Sagel, putting it back in for Greenwood at 6-2. Greenwood by 4. Launschlager had it tipped out of his hand to get it back here for Miller. Into the corner. Another try for 3. This one's off the mark. Rebound comes down inside here. Control to the Greenwood Wildcats. Inside for Johnson. Johnson makes a move to the hoop for 2. He's fouled. Johnson will go to the line, shooting 2. We'll see who the foul is on. Foul is on Skylar Foltz, his first. And Johnson will shoot 2 with exactly 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter of the ball game. First shot is good. Makes it a 7-2 ball game. He'll shoot 1 more. Johnson's next shot, good. So he goes 2 for 2. And it's 8-2. Again, the Trojans having all kinds of first quarter troubles here. It goes out of bounds. Got to say it went off the Wildcats. Tonight they're working with 3 officials again up here at Greenwood. Perhaps they do all the time. They do every time we're up here anyway. Here comes Miller up the court with it. Nice behind the back dribble here for Gunderman. Blake Miller with it. Blake waiting for something to develop. He'll take it inside, push it over the wing. Shot over there, Zach Laudenschlager, good for 2. Laudenschlager for 2. It's 8-4. As Burns brings it down. Near win over here. Schwartzlander and Burns. Here's a shot from outside for 3. No good. Rebound comes down there to Johnson. And hold everything. Sagel walked with it. Sagel went for the walk, so UD will get the ball back. You can get a chance to come in within, get back to within 2. This is Oxidine for Laudenschlager. Back here for Gunderman. Gunderman back for Oxidine. Ox goes into the deep here for Laudenschlager. Across the court here. Oxidine. Ox out there. Schwartzlander all over him. They roll it back over here now into the baseline, but it's stolen away and then out of bounds it goes. Stolen in there by 32 Ritzman. But he knocked it out of bounds, and so UD will inbound. Gunderman inbounds it here for Oxidine. Ox pushing it over the wing. Here's Blake Miller. Blake dropping it back here for Gunderman. Here's Oxidine. Dropping it back again for Blake Miller. Now he goes over, tries to go over the wing with it. Ball came loose. They fire it fast up court here for Sagel. And Sagel puts a shot up. No good. Rebound on the far side. It's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say it went off the Trojans. Coach Hauser really wanted a technical or something. I'm not sure what his complaint was, but he was very vociferous about it. Not only that, he was loud. No. Anyway, back with it comes Schwartzlander. He tries to put it up, puts a ball came loose, but picked up by Johnson. I don't believe that was a pass. I think he just dropped it off there for Johnson. Here is Blake Miller. It's 10-4. 3:05 left here in the first quarter. Here's a drive to the hoop for a Foltz for two. So Skylar Foltz picks up the ball that time and takes a right to the hoop for two. Ritzman pushing it back over here. Burns. They'll swing it over the other wing. Sagal. Sagal has it back. Now Ritzman's got a Ritzman for three. No good. Rebounded right there to Laudenschlager. And the Trojans come back and again have a chance to get back to within two. Comes Blake Miller throwing it over the wing, but a hold foul called. Be non-shooting, and the Trojans will inbound the ball underneath their own basket. Oxidine getting ready to do that. Burns will check out of the ball game now as Tillman in there for the Wildcats. Here's Blake Miller on the baseline. Tries to loop one up. No good. Ball can snap back here. They'll come across now for Laudenschlager. Right inside he goes to Foltz. Foltz had it tipped out of his hands. Picked up in here by Ritzman. And back. They come inside. Near wing. Tillman. Over the wing over there for Sagal. Sagal. Back out in front for Ty Ritzman. Ball's tipped out of there by Oxidine, but they pick it back up. Do the Wildcats. Here he comes in. Near wing over here. Shot from the wing by Tillman. No good. And on the floor it goes. Tillman picks it back up. Gets it over there on the wing for Sagal. Back outside for three. No good. That was that Ty Ritzman that time. Trojans with a rebound. Minute 35 left here in the opening period. Minute 30 now remaining. It's still 10-6. UD needs to get a bucket this time. Now inside, back out. Shot from out there short. Rebound comes right there to the other Tillman. You drop it here for a shot. Good for two by Swartzlander. 12-6. Minute 8 remaining in the first. This is Miller. Miller is held, and a foul called underneath there under the paint as Blake tried to go in with it. Swartzlander will pick up the foul. The team's third, and UD will inbound the ball. Ox in here for Gunderman. Here's Foltz. Foltz trying to take it inside. He is held up, and a foul will be called on Tillman. This is Jonathan Tillman. That's what I thought he said. I don't think there was a, maybe there is a Jonathan. Anyway, here is Miller. The other is Ty Ritzman. This is Gunderman. Gunderman trying to take it in. No, goes across the court with it here. Shot from over there. Good for two by Zach Laudenschlager. It's a three-pointer, rather. Three-pointer. It's 12-9. We'll drop it over there for Sagal. Sagal back out in front. Near wing here, Swartzlander. Into the corner he goes to. Ball back outside again. Swartzlander, 10 seconds remaining. They'll play the clock for the last shot. 7 seconds. Trojans with some good defense here. Ball goes on the floor, still on the floor. Oh, this is good if it goes. Won't go, so that's going to do it for the first quarter. At the end of one, it's Greenwood by 3. The Wildcats 12, UDA 9. Ringler blocks Brock Stone and Blake Ringler blocks Brock Stone and Matt Harmon into the ball game to begin the second period here at Greenwood. And Ty Ritzman inbounding the ball. Spin it over there for Sagal. Sagal looking, nothing doing. Back over here for Swartzlander. Swartzlander wanted to back it inside for Johnson. Johnson tried to back it in, couldn't do it. Ball's on the floor, picked up, pushes over there for Sagal. Sagal will drive it back outside now. Ritzman, 14-foot try from the left side's good. And we have, I don't know what. Oh, referee wanted them to change the possession indicator, which they've done. 14-9 now. The Trojans drop back by 5. 7.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Oxidine up court for UD. Near wing over here for Brock Stone. Stone played an excellent junior varsity game. Another shot from the wing over there for 3. No good. Johnson with a rebound. He'll push it ahead quickly over here for Ritzman. Ritzman for 2. No good. And a rebound comes down to Stone. Out front here quickly with a rush come the Trojans. Here's Blake Ringler missing his first try. But the ball comes loose. Picked up over here by Swartzlander. Swartzlander goes right over in the wing. Shot from over there for 3. No good. Rebounded in here nicely to the Trojans. Well, let's see. The Trojans have it. Up court. Good save that time by the Trojans. Here's a little peeper put in there. 4-footer for Zach Laudenschlager. And the Trojan trail now by 3. Sagal with it. Back out in front. Now over in the wing it goes for that Ritzman. Here's Johnson pushing it back outside. Swartzlander. It goes inside to Johnson. Johnson's turnaround shot. Good. Foul called. And he'll go to the line shooting 1 to get 3. Stone picks up his first as Johnson gets 3 points for that play. And Johnson picks up a foul. It'll be the 5th team foul. His first, I believe. Yeah, his first. The team's 5th. And so Trojans will inbound the ball. Trailing now by 6. Here comes Oxidine up the court. Laudenschlager back here for Harmon. Harmon puts a shot. Looks good from here, but didn't go. Ball tipped around outside here. Oxidine controls it. Good attempt at rebounding in there that time by that Brock Stone. Brock is tough. There's a shot good for 2. Stone gets 2. He can really rebound that ball. Strong inside is Brock Stone. Swartzlander with it for Greenwood. Now he'll take it right down the middle, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound tapped around, controlled in there to Swartzlander. Sagal outside, back outside looking for 3. In and out it goes, and the rebound, let's see, going to go out of bounds off the hands of Ritzman rather. And number 13, Gessner into the ball game for UDA. And Zach Mace into the ball game for UDA. 13-17, 17-13. Trojans trail by 4. Ringler. Back here. Harmon goes across there for Ringler. Ringler on the baseline for 2, a little bit too long. Stone with a rebound. Back outside here for Harmon. Pushes it back here for a shot from Gessner. Good for 2. Where'd he go? There he is. Matt Gessner for 2. It's 17-15 with 5 minutes left here in the first half. Here's a dump inside here now for Johnson. Johnson wants to make a move, puts a shot up, no good. And the ball tipped in by Tillman, I think. And anyway, it's 19-15 now. The Trojans trail again by 4. Gessner with it. Gessner dumping it back here for Harmon. Harmon will pick it up. Back here for Gessner. Gessner back for Harmon. Looping it there for Ringler. There's Gessner into the corner there for Zach Mace. Oh, tried to go inside, but it's tipped away. Back with it comes Johnson. Johnson has it knocked out of his hands as he went to get the shot. He won't get the shot, but he will get 2 freebies as Matt Gessner will pick up the foul for UDA. And it'll be Johnson at the line shooting 2. Johnson made his first one, so here's his second try. It is no good. Rebound, let's see. Out of bounds it goes off of Ritzman. So UD will inbound. 4:17 remaining here in the first half. Trojans trail by 5. Trojans had one heck of a ball game up here last year, as I recall. Final ball game, I think, might have been of the season when the Trojans came up with a big win after trailing and then going ahead. Here's a foul on Sagal. And the Trojans eventually prevailed in that one, as I recall, by like a point or 2. I believe that's true. Anyway, Gessner will inbound the ball. Foul on Sagal was his first. Team sixth. There's a pass for Brock Stone. Stone looking it back over here for Zach Mace. There's a shot put up. Oh, darn it. Wouldn't go, but that's going to send Ringler to the foul line for UDA. He will be shooting 2. Eagle picks up his second personal foul as Zach missed his first, or Blake rather, missed his first shot. Trey Ritzman into the ball game now. Second shot, good. So Trey Ritzman goes into the lineup. He takes Sagal's place. This is Ritzman with it. On the wing over there for Tillman. And on the baseline, they push it here for Johnson. Johnson for 2, no good. Rebounded inside. Let's see who's going to come up with it. It will be the Trojans struggling with it. Everybody's reaching and grabbing. They're going to call it a tie-up, but it's going to be UDA ball. I like this group that's in there now. They are strong. As Ringler checks out. Oxendine back in there for UDA. They'll pass it quickly ahead here for Laudenschläger. Laudenschläger comes across the court here for Ox. Oxendine calls a signal. Nice play inside there for Zach Mace. And Brock Stone. Whoop. Nearly had it stolen away from Harmon. Harmon with a little trouble with it out here. Dumps it on the near wing. Here's a shot from Laudenschläger for 2. It's too short. Rebound comes right back down there to Ty Ritzman. And he'll push it over in the wing. Or right out front, rather, to, I guess it's probably a brother, Trey. They have a Ty and a Trey. This is Ty. Taking it inside. Shot put up. Good for 2. Tyler Ritzman gets 2. 22-16. Trojans got to score now. They get up here and they work the ball around and run some time off and everything else, but they're not just getting any points out of it. Here's another try from outside. No good. Put back, no good by Brock Stone that time. He put it back a little too quickly maybe, and picked up here by Greenwood. Over the wing it goes. This is Ty Ritzman. Bounces it inside for Johnson, but a foul will be called on Brock Stone. Kind of had a hold of the arm that time. Brock didn't really want to do that, but he's going to pick up the personal foul with 2:22 remaining here in the first half. Gunderman comes into the ball game. Also Skylar Foltz into the ball game for UD. It'll be inbounded here by Trey Ritzman. He inbounds it here. Here's a ball picked up. Turnaround shot, good. Well, that time Tyler Ritzman picked up the ball, and it just happened to come to him. He stuffed it back up for 2. 2:15 left here in the first half. It's 24-16. The Wildcats by 8. Trojan 32nd timeout is over. Back to action we come here now with 2:10 left here in the half. Here's Oxendine. Into the corner it goes here for Gunderman. Gunderman, I don't believe, has a shot tonight yet. Hasn't taken one yet. Here's a ball. Blake Miller will chase down and then roll out of bounds on the baseline down here. So not a good effort that time by the Trojans. As Greenwood coming up court inside of 2 minutes to play here. Here's that Johnson guy from outside. Again, another shot by Tyler Ritzman. No good. The rebounded in there to Blake Miller. Now let's go up and get something here, boys. Here's Oxendine. Ox pushing it over there for Miller. Over wing goes Gunderman. Gunderman back out here for Oxendine. Back for Miller. Back here is Gunderman. Here's Gunderman. Oxendine back for Gunderman. Gunderman for 3. That's what we were looking for. There's Drew, puts in a 3. It's 24-19, a 5-point ball game. The other Ritzman, oh gosh. Trey Ritzman dumps a 3 in and gets those right back for Greenwood. And back comes Miller.
1 minute to play in the first half.
1 minute to play, or a minute to play in the first half, rather. Here's Ox with it. Ox got to put one up. That's partially blocked out here. The ball comes down there to that Trey Ritzman. Trey Ritzman coming up court with it. Dropping it over here for Schwartzlander. For 2, no good. And on the rebound, Miller has it for UD. Miller racing back up the court with it. Dropping it over here in the wing for Schwartzlander. Back outside. Here's another attempt by Gunderman. That time wouldn't go. And it's Foltz underneath. His shot's no good. Foltz has it again. Puts it up again. No good. Blocked around out there. Ball finally comes over here to Johnson. Quick pass up ahead here for Ritzman. And Ritzman has to take it out as the Trojans got back there very nicely. Lonschlager getting back quickly that time to knock that or stop that play. For three, no good. Rebound comes over this way. Control there to Swartzlander. Then it's going to be stolen away. And a hold foul called here on. There isn't a hold foul. No, it isn't. Just knocked him out of bounds, they say. Good grief. All right, whatever. Swartzlander pushing it down here. 1.3 seconds. This is good if it goes. It wouldn't go. So at the end of one half of the ball game, it's Greenwood 27, the UDA Trojans 19, and we'll be right back with the second half here in just a moment. Ball players are back on the court to begin the second half here at Greenwood. And the Greenwood Wildcats will have the advantage of inbounding the basketball when we begin the second half here. It'll be Tyler Ritzman inbounding for the Greenwood Wildcats. Did I say Newport? Newport, they just announced their score. They're beating Halifax. Anyway, for Greenwood. And back, of course, comes Burns here for Ritzman. This is Tyler Ritzman. Spinning it out front. Burns, who has 2 fouls on him, played a kind of a quiet first half. Matter of fact, came out of there and wasn't in for quite a while after that. There's a dump inside for Johnson. His shot blocked away nicely by Brock Stone. Out of bounds. It went off Stone, but a good block in there. Stone getting really high up in the air to block that one off the shot of Johnson. Here's Swartzlander pushing it inside. Well, they tried to go underneath with it, and the ball came loose and picked up over there by Johnson. Outside looking for 3. That's off the mark. Rebounded nicely in there to Gunderman, who will bring it back up court for UDA. Spins it over in the left wing. Now here's Swartzlander. This is Oxidine. Now inside it goes for Stone. Stone trying to make a move. Puts a shot up. No good. Rebound tapped around over there, right there to Gunderman. The Trojans get a break there. Here's Gunderman with it. Gunderman taking it inside for 2. Off the mark that time. Rebounded in there to Burns. Burns will bring it up court for the Greenwood Wildcats. Burns here for Ritzman. Try to drop it inside. Tipped away by the Trojans. And back up court with it come the Trojans. Here's a shot from Harmon for 3. It's no good. Wouldn't stay down. Back up court they come with a rush. Lost the handle, puts a shot up. It's good. Can you believe that? Did you see that shot, huh? Tyler Ritzman will go to the line, shooting 1 to get 3. Second. Shot no good. Ball tapped back out here. Gunderman controls it for UD. He'll spin it down here for Oxidine. Ox stepping up for a long 2. Ox for 2. 29-21. Out of bounds it goes off the hands of Ty Ritzman. Or Ritzman. And it'll be UD ball. Gunderman will inbound it. Back here for Oxidine. Here comes Ox with it. Ox pushing it over to wing. Harmon has it. Harmon to dump it the near wing. Here's a shot for 3. It's good. Right down to shoot for Drew Gunderman. 29-24. Trojans trail by 5. They'll dump this one ahead here for Johnson. Johnson spinning it back over here for Ritzman. Tyler Ritzman. Over there for Burns, and Ritzman has it. Spins it near wing over here. Sagal. And Ritzman out in front. And a hold foul called on Harmon. Oh, geez. Holy smokes. Well, I guess he touched him, and a touch up here is as good as a whack. Anyhow, this is Swartzlander. Over on the wing. Inside they'll go to Johnson. He tries to make a move, puts a shot up, good for 2. Danny Johnson for 2. They refer to him as Danny J. The announcer calls him up here. But I'll call him Daniel Johnson or Mr. Johnson. No. Here's Brock Stone. Here's a shot from outside for 3, a little bit short. Rebounded nicely in there to the Trojans. Shot from the wing here by Harmon, no good. And the rebound comes down here to Johnson, who will bring it up here for Burns. Burns into the corner. He goes here for Johnson. Johnson for two. It's good. A foul called on Stone. And Johnson will go to the line shooting one to get three. And if he gets this one in, he'll give the Wildcats a 10-point lead again. Third foul picked up by Brock Stone, so he's going to check out of the ball game, as is Harmon. Blake Miller into the ball game, along with Skylar Foltz, who's back in there for UD. Miller coming up court, spinning it over here for Laudenschlager. Head here for Oxidine, goes on the wing. Foltz has it, goes out in front for Miller, over the wing. Sets up for three, short. Rebounded in here to Swartzlander. Swartzlander had it roll off his foot and out of bounds. It'll be UD ball. Well, the Trojans coming back with it. 4:50 left here in the third. Trojans trailing by 10. They had it down to 5 here a little moments ago. Foltz trying to take it inside and gets tangled up with it. They'll push it right underneath here. And a foul called. Wow. Foul might be on Sagal. It is his third. Be done shooting, so Oxidine will inbound the ball. It's kind of the way the game went last year. Here's Foltz looking for two. It's good. The bucket counts, and Skyler will go to the line, shooting one to get three. Skyler just learns to do that, to drive in there with power. He's going to be all right. He's a sophomore. Plenty of time. 4:34 left. And Skyler can cut the margin to 7 if he can put one in here. Tillman into the ball game for Greenwood. Skyler's one and only shot's good. Gets him 3 points in the books. Way to go, Skyler Foltz. Back up court comes the, well, let's see. Out of bounds. Out of bounds the player went, but the ball stayed in. Anyway, here's that Ritzman over here for Swartzlander. Burns out in front. Burns again has it. Over there for Swartzlander. Into the corner he goes to Ritzman inside here. They'll take it to Burns. Burns wanted to shoot it up, couldn't do it. Spins it back outside here. Now they'll take it in. 13 for 2, no good. Rebound controlled here to Swartzlander. Tillman was the other rebounder. I mean, was the shooter that time. 13, Tillman. Whoops, off Foltz's foot. Pushes it over here for Miller. Miller from outside for 3. It's short, but the rebound comes down in here and hit Foltz, but he didn't grab it. And back with it comes Swartzlander. Goes inside, back outside. Ritzman for 2, or 3 rather. It's good. Tyler Ritzman gets the 3. 37-27. 3:15 left here in the third period. Spinning it over here for Gunderman. Gunderman back out there for Oxidine. Ox spinning around out here, dumping it back over here for Gunderman. Into the corner it comes for Laudenschlager. Back out in front. Oxidine pushes it over there for Swartzlander, or for Laudenschlager rather. They're going to call a foul on Tyler Ritzman. He gets his first foul. Gessner into the lineup for UDA, and Zach Mace comes into the lineup for the Trojans also. Gessner inbounding for Foltz. Foltz back outside here for Miller. Miller back over there for Skyler Foltz. Foltz pushes it back for Miller. Miller taking it in, looking for 2. Wouldn't go, but a foul called, and that will send Blake Miller to the foul line for UDA, I believe. He'll be shooting 2. Burns picks up his third personal foul with 2:43 left here in the third. And Blake at the line shooting 2. Let's see if we can get a couple of these to go in. Here's his first try. It is good. And Trey Ritzman back in there. to replace Burns for Greenwood. Burns picking up his third. Second shot by Blake Miller coming up here, and it is good. Two good foul shots by one good kid out there, that Blake Miller. This is Trey Ritzman dropping it back there for Tyler Ritzman. Tyler Ritzman goes up this way, stolen away nicely by Fultz, and then they're going to say he went out of bounds, and into the crowd he goes. He's okay as long as he can extricate himself from one of these lovely young cheerleaders sitting down here. I think Skyler might have kissed one or two of them and give him a little nip there before he come out. No, not really. Anyway, Trey Ritzman over here for Tyler Ritzman. Back there to Trey Ritzman. I'm assuming they're brothers, probably are. Not sure about that though. Inside it goes here, now over in the wing. They'll spin it back out. Ooh, near steal there by, oh, it won't matter, I guess. Tyler Ritzman hits one for two. But Gessner almost made a steal there. Wow, almost doesn't count, of course. Over in the corner. Skyler for three. Off the mark. Rebound comes down inside there nicely to Zach Mace. He's fouled. Zach will go to the line shooting two. 2:01 remaining here in the third, and timeout called by the Wildcats. We'll be right back. Yeah, Zach Mace going to the foul line for UDA following the timeout. Zach at the line shooting two. Here's his first shot. It is good. Makes it a 9-point differential now, 39-30. And see if Zach can put the second one in here. Nope, comes back out here, but control to the Trojans. Miller has it. Blake picking it off. Back here for Fultz. Fultz spin it near side over here. Blake Ringler. Here's a shot by Gessner. Just wouldn't go down. Rebound controlled underneath there to Johnson, who is back into the ball game for the Wildcats. Tyler Ritzman goes over in the wing, passing it back out, throwing it away. Well, the Trojans get a break there, and let's see if we can go back and get a bucket now. They threw it away, played around with it too much, and threw it away. Minute and a half remaining in the third. Trojans trailing by 9. Here's Blake Miller. Had a little trouble there with the boys, but here's a shot from Zach. No good. Return shot put up by Fultz is good. Fultz with a good put back of the Zach Mace shot that time. 39-32. They double team him up front. Here it comes now for that Wildcat. Here's Trey Ritzman. 1 minute left in the third. They'll dribble it here. Johnson does. Pushes it back outside here. All the way over on the wing. Taylor Ritzman with it. Taylor wanted to back out. Didn't do it. 40 seconds. They'll still play some clock down. Back here he comes to that ball knocked on the floor. Picked up in here by the Wildcats. Ooh, near steal out there by the Trojans. Matt Gessner almost had a hand on that one. Here's the other Ritzman. Trey Ritzman pushes it into the corner. Tyler Ritzman now goes underneath there, and the Trojans will get it. Back up court they'll come with 13 seconds. 11 seconds. 10. Let's see if we can get a shot at a bucket. They'll push it back outside. Here it goes out of bounds off the Trojans. And again, we fail to do anything in the final 12 seconds of the ball game, of the half. Taylor Ritzman will inbound the ball with 4.5 seconds left. See if they get anything. Nope. It's going to be the end of the third period. So that at the end of 3, the Trojans trail by 7. It's Greenwood 39, UDA 32. Newport has won the Tri-Valley League tonight, just so you might remember that. For the 04-05 season, they are the winner of the league, defeating Halifax. In the meantime, the Trojans now starting their final 8 minutes of the season for UD. Got to get across the timeline. Get it sit inside here to Lunschlager. He'll drop it back over here. Blake Miller for 3, off the mark. Rebound on the far side to Sagal. And back up court with it come the Wildcats with a quick pass for Johnson for two. Big pass up court for Johnson, who was breaking under there. And, of course, he has the height and the strength, the ability, whatever, to put that one forcefully up and in. Here's Gunderman in the near wing here. Now right inside it goes, and let's see. We'll bounce it on the wing over here for Laudenschlager. He's bumped, no foul, and he'll bump and get a foul. Well, it goes one way or the other, and in our case, it goes against us. So Zach picks up the foul. It'd be his first. Team's fourth. So, Tillman, near wing. Or Ritzman, rather, and then Burns over there for Tyler Ritzman. Sagal. Near side here, Burns, he'll dump it in there to Johnson. Johnson wants to take it up, puts a shot up, no good. Rebounded in there to Fultz. Back here for Miller. 32-41, 41-32. Here's Miller trying to take it inside. He's banged around. Back with it come the lookout. Maybe he'll try a, no he didn't. Missed the shot also. Another shot put up, good, but a foul called. Foul will be on Fultz, I believe, and that's going to leave Burns go to the line, shooting one to get three. Timeout called by UDA. 6:36 left in the game, 43-32 the score, with Burns at the line shooting one when we get back. Trojan timeout is over, and Andy Burns at the line shooting one. And here is his one shot. It is good. 44-32 now, 12-point margin for the Wildcats. Harmon, near wing over here for Gunderman. Gunderman picking it back here for Harmon. Harmon taking it in the paint. 8-foot try, good for two. Matt Harmon, good for two. There's Matt. And back up court come the Wildcats. Swartzlander with it. Hands it off over there to Burns. Burns will go inside. Back to Swartzlander. And stolen away nicely in here by Matt Oxidine. Way to go, Matt. 36-44. The margin back to 8. Now they'll pass it across here. Into the bucket he goes. A foul called. He'll go to the line, shooting two. Foul will be either on Fultz or Mace. I'm not sure who. Zach Mace. His first. So Zach's playing a cool ball game that way. Picks up his first as to the line. They go shooting two. First shot no good. Comes Swartzlander's second shot. It is no good either. The ball comes right down here to UD. Harmon with it. Harmon working it down the left wing over there. Picks it up here for Fultz. Harmon from outside for three. It is no good. Rebound. Let's see. Out of bounds. It goes off the Trojans, they said. Brock Stone returns to the lineup, taking Skylar Fultz's place for UDA. And they'll inbound it here for that Swartzlander. His ball tipped. On the floor it comes now, picked up to Johnson. Across the court it comes here for Sagal for two. How did Sagal do that? Anyway, he did it. 46-36, 10-point margin again. Here's Gunderman. Gunderman back over to the near wing over here for Harmon. Harmon steps up, fires one up there. Good for two. Harmon for two more. Near wing it'll come here now for Sagal. Sagal picking it up. Across the court he goes with it. Into the corner. He'll drive it inside, then take it back outside now. Tillman, or Ritzman rather, with it. Tyler Ritzman. Sagal. Burns from outside for three. No good. Rebounded inside there to Zach Mace. Up court they come quickly through the Trojans. Near wing over here. Ox for three. Off the mark. Rebound comes down inside and picked off by Johnson. And up court come the Wildcats on the near wing. Oh, they let Sagal set up. And boy, did he ever. Sagal set up for three. He was all by himself over there and picked it up for three. Ball stolen away as the Trojans mess up the inbounds play here. And the Wildcats have it out here for Sagal again. Sagal for three more. It is no good. And on the rebound, let's see. We got a foul called underneath. Foul is going to be on The Wildcats, however, 30, or is it? No, it's on us. It's Zach Mace picks up his second, and timeout's going to be called by UDA. 49-39, 4:18 left in the ballgame. Timeout is over. Tyler Ritzman for his first shot, good. He'll shoot two. 50-39, 11-point differential. Tyler will see if he can make it a dozen for his ball club. Here it comes, and it is good. 51-39, Greenwood by a dozen. Trojans up court here. Matt Gessner trying to swing it inside, picks it up, put it back here for Harmon. Harmon almost had it tipped out of his hand, but Gessner's got it back. Gessner working it outside. Oxidine, 15-foot try. It is in and out, no good. Rebounded in there by that Tyler Ritzman, and he'll bring it up court. Oh, wait a second. Looked like a walk, but the Trojans got it back, so we didn't complain. 15-foot shot by the Trojans, no good. Return shot put up there by Harmon, wouldn't go. And back come the Wildcats. Tyler Ritzman, reach-in foul called on Harmon. With just 3:38 left here. And it's a 13-point differential. Tyler Ritzman to the line, shooting a 1-and-1. Foul on Harmon was his second. Ritzman's first one is good. 52-38. Okay, 52-38. His second try, just as good. 53-38. Now 15-point difference. Trojans got to come down here and gun up a couple threes, I guess. Here's Matt Gessner with it. Matt is a freshman, picking it up, pushing it over the wing over there. Shot from over there, no good. Rebound, okay, controlled there to Johnson. 3:18 left. Here's Sagal for three. Nope, no good that time. Rebounded in there to the Trojans. Back with it comes Oxidine. Over the wing, set up for three over there. It's good. Right down the chute from Matt Gessner. And timeout called immediately by Coach Hauser. 53-41 with 3:03 remaining here in the ballgame. Tyler Ritzman will inbound the basketball now following the Greenwood timeout. Laudenschläger back into the lineup for UDA. I'll put him in there, see if he can hit a couple threes. Oh, here's a race to the bucket by the Sagal for two. 55-41. Here's Gessner swinging it over here for Oxidine. Back for Gessner. Matt looking for three. No good on the rebound. It comes down here to Harmon. Harmon has it tapped out of bounds by Burns, so it'll remain UDA ball. Here's Ox with it, pushing it back here for Gessner. Gessner swinging it around here, wants to get it back for some threes. Nope, can't get anybody set right off the moment here, right at the moment. Yeah, here's Gessner, no, back out, Harmon. Gessner, time running down, 2:15, and we have a hold foul underneath. Hold foul called on Greenwood. Johnson picks up his third. One more will put the Trojans in the bonus. Here is a shot for a long two. No good. Rebounded underneath there to Tyler Ritzman. And back. 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. Shot no good. Rebound comes back here. It's going to be controlled to Sagal. Sagal dropping it back for Burns. Burns pushing it over the wing. 1:45 left. Burns inside, back over here for Sagal. Sagal inside for Johnson, back to Sagal. No one around, nobody home, so I'm not sure who Sagal's man was, but they're going to make the game look actually a little worse than it was here. Here's a walk. Nice shot, but a walk called on Oxidine. Blake Miller will come in there to replace Brock Stone for UDA. And Tyler Ritzman inbounding for Burns. Here for Tyler Ritzman. Fires one down here again. Sagal back there by himself. He's not only does he make the shot, but he's fouled. So Sagal must go into the locker room and come sneaking back out where they send the popcorn and come down because absolutely nobody's back there with him. And so Sagal will go to the line shooting one to get three. Foul was on Gessner, his second. 1:21 left here in the ball game. Here's Sagal's one and only shot. It is short. Johnson with a rebound. Back here for Sagal for two more. It's good. Sagal, if he hasn't got his 1,000th point, he'll be adding them up here tonight. Good grief. Anyway, back comes the UDA. Here's Miller. Miller from outside for a long three. In and out is split. No good. Johnson with a rebound. Right there for Burns. He'll spin it over this way. And Tyler Ritzman has it for Burns. Oh, stolen away this time. This is a shot for three. No good. Rebound on the far side. Let's see who's got it. It goes out of bounds. Wow. Harmon headed close to the edge of that bench over there. Wow. Tillman back into the ball game for the Wildcats with 47 seconds remaining. 61-41, a 20-point ball game now. And Schwartzlander goes out and gets congratulated by his teammates. They played a pretty good ball game here tonight, did the Wildcats. Trojans looking to improve, though, for sure. Oh, I was going to say, don't tell me that Sagal again. It wasn't. It was Johnson this time. Anyway, 30 seconds left. Here's a pass over here. Now the back for Miller. Miller from a 24-foot range. No good. Rebound comes over this way to Gessner. Gessner will throw the ball kind of up that way, and then out of bounds it goes off Harmon. With just 21 seconds remaining in the ball game, and the Trojans will end with a losing streak. Here's a long pass to you-know-who for two. It's good. Oh, my gosh. Well, the Trojans now kind of just waiting for the clock to expire. 19 seconds left. And that's right. Sagal at the line again, shooting one to get three. With 19 seconds left, here's Sagal shooting one, and it is good. 66-41. Up court come the Trojans for perhaps the final time. We'll see. Near wing over here, shoot. Lonschlager for three, wouldn't go. Rebound here to the Wildcats. On the floor it goes, and we've got a tie up down here. The tie up, it'll be UD ball. 7 seconds left. In the corner, shot over there a little bit off the mark. Return, shot no good, and that's going to do it as the game comes to an end. Final score here tonight is the Wildcats 66, UDA 41. So the Trojans will be heading home, and the Wildcats will be moving on to play, inter-district play, or district play, I should say. And so we have to wish them luck. And for the Trojans, looks like something promising for next year as far as I'm concerned. And I think these kids will be back playing a better basketball next year. And we'll get the shooting down over the summer, and we'll be okay. So good night from Greenwood. And tough ball game again, tough season, but we'll pack it up and get back here next year. Final score again, Greenwood 66, UDA